Top 10 Worst Foods in the World. We love indulging in delectable delights and savoring mouth-watering dishes just as much as the next person. But every now and then, we stumble upon some truly bizarre, repulsive, and utterly revolting foods that make us question the very limits of our taste tolerance. From stomach-churning textures to odors that can knock you off your feet, these culinary creations push the boundaries of what we thought was possible on a plate. Hey there, foodies! Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're going to take a walk on the wild side as we explore the top 10 worst foods in the world. Brace yourselves because we're diving into a culinary adventure filled with unappetizing tastes, unpleasant flavors, and questionable textures. Get ready for a roller coaster ride of culinary horrors. Before diving into our list of top 10 worst foods from around the world, make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to stay updated on latest content. These are the dishes that could make even the most adventurous foodie tremble with fear and reconsider their life choices. Let's jump right in. Number 10. Number 10 on our list is Horaro, also known as fermented shark. This traditional Icelandic dish is made by burying shark meat underground for several months and allowing it to decompose. The result? An overpowering aroma of ammonia and a flavor that can only be described as rotten fish doused in chemicals. The chewy and rubbery this dish hails from Iceland and is made by fermenting Greenland shark meat for several months. The result is a dish that's infamous for its overpowering ammonia smell and a taste that can be quite challenging for most palates. Horaro has a strong, fishy flavor that's accompanied by a lingering aftertaste. The texture is chewy and rubbery, which adds to the overall experience. Horaro is Iceland's national delicacy, made from cured shark flesh, namely Greenland shark and other sleeper sharks. The meat is first fermented for up to 3 months, then hung and left to dry for another 4 to 5 months. There are 2 varieties of the dish, the chewy, reddish glurkarl and tender, white skarkarl. It is often considered to be food for the brave, because the high ammonia content often makes people gag. The cured shark meat is typically cut up into cubes and served on toothpicks with an accompanying shot of a local spirit known as brennivin. Number 9. Moving on to number 9, we have Cstruming, a fermented Baltic herring. This Swedish delicacy is notorious for its pungent odor that has been compared to a mix of rotten eggs, old cheese, and sweaty socks. Opening a can of Cstruming indoors is said to be a challenge in itself. As for the taste, it's an acquired one with a strong, sour, and putrid flavor that lingers on your palate. Cstruming is a fermented fish product made with strömming, a type of herring sourced from the cold waters of the Baltic Sea, usually in spring. The fish is salted, cleaned, and allowed to ferment before being canned. This herring is defined by a rather distinctive and strong odor that results from its fermentation process, which is initiated by a type of lactic acid enzyme in the herring's spine, and it doesn't cease even after the fish has been canned. Despite its strong smell, the fermented herring has an interesting flavor that is a perfect mix of piquant, savory, and acidic. There's also an annual Cstruming festival in Alfta, Hälsingland, which traditionally takes place on the 3rd Thursday in August, when a significant number of enthusiastic Swedes and fans of this fermented fish delicacy gather to savor the contents of numerous bulging cans of Cstruming. Number 8. At number 8, we encounter balut, a popular street food in the Philippines. Balut is a popular street food in the Philippines and other Southeast Asian countries. Balut is a fertilized duck embryo that is boiled and eaten from the shell. This delicacy presents a challenging experience for those unaccustomed to it. From the partially developed bones and feathers to the gooey texture and distinct taste, which can be described as a mix of egg and poultry, balut is definitely an acquired taste. Balut contains a partially developed embryo, including feathers, bones, and a gelatinous texture, making it an adventurous and challenging dish for some. While balut is beloved by many in the Philippines and regarded as a delicacy, it can be quite challenging for those unfamiliar with its unique texture and appearance. The experience of eating balut is often described as a combination of flavors and textures, ranging from savory and creamy to slightly crunchy due to the bones. It is often considered an acquired taste and may not be suitable for everyone's palate. Number 7. Now let's discuss number 7. Durian, also known as the king of fruits. Durian is a tropical fruit known for its strong aroma, often described as a mix of sweet, custard-like notes, and pungent, sulfurous undertones. While some people adore its custard-like texture and unique taste, others find it utterly repulsive. Durian has a strong aroma that has been likened to rotten onions or gym socks. Its flavor is a combination of sweet and creamy notes with hints of garlic and onion. The texture can be off-putting with its custard-like flesh and fibrous strings. It is famously banned in many public spaces and transportation systems due to its potent smell, which can be offensive to some people. Despite its smell, durian has a creamy and rich texture with a complex flavor that is highly regarded by its fans. Number 6. Moving on to number 6, we have natto, a fermented soybean dish from Japan. Natto has a slimy texture that can be quite off-putting to many. Its taste is often described as earthy, nutty, and with a hint of bitterness. Natto is a traditional Japanese dish made from fermented soybeans. It has a sticky and slimy texture, often attributed to the fermentation process. Natto has a unique and acquired taste, with a strong umami flavor and hints of bitterness. Some people love the umami flavor it brings, while others find the combination of its stringy consistency and strong smell hard to swallow. Number 5. Next up at number 5, we have Cashu Marzu, a traditional Sardinian cheese. This cheese takes the concept of aged to a whole new level. It's infested with live maggots that break down the fats, resulting in a soft and creamy texture. The maggots are meant to be eaten along with the cheese, and their wriggling adds to the overall experience. The taste of Cashu Marzu is sharp, tangy, and intensely pungent. This traditional Sardinian cheese is made by leaving pecorino cheese outside to attract flies. The flies lay their eggs, and the resulting maggots ferment the cheese, breaking it down and giving it a soft and gooey texture. Cashu Marzu is known for its intense, putrid aroma and the presence of live maggots within the cheese. The taste is strong, sharp, and incredibly pungent, making it a challenging experience even for the most adventurous eaters. Number 4. Now, let's unveil number 4, Stinky Tofu. This dish is notorious for its strong odor that can be described as a mix of garbage and dirty socks. The taste of stinky tofu is an acquired one with a strong and pungent flavor that can be overpowering. The texture is soft and sometimes even slimy, which further adds to the challenge of enjoying this dish. Stinky tofu is a popular street food in many East Asian countries, particularly Taiwan. It gets its name from the strong and pungent odor it emits during fermentation. Despite its strong smell, stinky tofu has a savory and flavorful taste, often deep-fried and served with spicy or tangy sauces. Number 3. At number 3, we have century egg, also known as thousand-year-old egg. Despite its name, this Chinese delicacy is not actually aged for 1,000 years. Century eggs are preserved in a mixture of clay, ash, salt, quicklime, and rice hulls for several weeks to a few months. The result is a black, gelatinous egg with a strong ammonia smell and a unique flavor that can be described as salty, sulfuric, and almost metallic. The translucent egg white and greenish yolk might be visually unappealing to some. Century egg is a Chinese delicacy made by preserving duck, chicken, or quail eggs in a mixture of clay, ash, salt, quicklime, and rice hulls for several weeks or months. The preservation process results in a dark-colored egg with a gelatinous texture and a distinct flavor. Despite its appearance and strong odor, century egg has a rich and complex taste appreciated by those who enjoy its unique characteristics. Number 2. Devilled kidneys. What was once a popular Victorian breakfast is nowadays a light lunch or a flavorful appetizer. The dish is called devilled kidneys, made by frying lamb kidneys in a rich, spicy sauce made with vinegar, mustard, Worcestershire sauce, a pinch of cayenne pepper, and sometimes a bit of fruit jelly. It is usually garnished with freshly chopped parsley and served with fried white or sourdough bread. The dish first appeared during the 18th century, but it grew in popularity during the 19th and the 20th century. Number 1. Fried spider. The city of Schoon in Cambodia is so infested with spiders that the nearly starved locals have adapted and started consuming them in the 1970s, and the practice has continued ever since. It is no wonder that the city is known as Spider Town or Spiderville. The spiders, usually tarantulas, are breaded and deep-fried in hot oil, then served with some fresh local herbs on a bed of rice or noodles. The flavor of these critters has been described as a cross between cod and chicken. At least the hairy legs are supposed to taste so, because consumers are warned not to bite into the abdomen, which contains spiders' internal organs and bodily fluids. And there you have it, folks, the top 10 worst foods in the world. From fermented shark to MAGA cheese, these dishes have challenged taste buds and pushed culinary boundaries. Whether you're a daring food explorer or prefer to stick to more familiar flavors, these dishes certainly offer a unique experience. Let us know in the comments if you tried any of these foods or if there's any other dish you think should have made the list. We hope you enjoyed this culinary adventure, and remember, sometimes the journey is more important than the destination. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more intriguing content, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Until next time, stay hungry and keep exploring the world of food.